All right, let's rock out some music history. Oh, boom, up, ready!
All right, turn it up and buckle in. This is Music History with Joey, and today we're hitting the gas hard. We're talking about one of the slickest, darkest, and most razor-sharp tracks of the 1970s, Life in the Fast Lane by the Eagles. Now, when most people think Eagles, what do you think about? You think about smooth harmonies, California sunsets, maybe a little tequila sunrise. But in 1976, man, these guys were living exactly what they were about to record. Life in the Fast Lane wasn't just a song, it was a warning label wrapped in a guitar riff. So let's set the stage. It's the mid-70s, the Eagles are huge. We're talking private jets, sold-out arenas, limos XS, and everything that comes with it. Don Henley and Glenn Frey are at the core of the band's creative engine. And guitarist Joe Walsh, well, he just joined the group. And Walsh, he brings an edge, he brings an attitude, he brings that dangerous, smirking rock and roll energy. The story goes like this. Glenn Frey is riding in a car with a drug dealer named The Count. Yeah, you heard that right. The guy is driving like a maniac down the freeway. Frey tells him to slow down. The driver looks at him and says, "Cool as ice." It's Life in the Fast Lane. And right there, Glenn Frey clocks it. That's not just a phrase, that's a song title. Now enter Joe Walsh. Walsh had this guitar riff he'd been messing around with during sound checks. It's gritty, it's sharp, it punches you in the chest. That riff, that becomes the backbone of Life in the Fast Lane. It's one of those riffs that doesn't just introduce a song, it defines it. You hear those opening notes and you know something's about to go down. Henley and Frey take the phrase and that riff and they start building a story around it. But this isn't glamorizing excess, this isn't a party anthem, this is a cautionary tale. The lyrics follow a couple, beautiful, rich, living large. They've got everything, money, power, status. But they're pushing it, pushing boundaries, pushing limits. And as the song unfolds, you start to realize this isn't going to end well. They had one thing in common. They were good in bed. That line, bold, provocative, for 1976, that's pushing the envelope. The Eagles weren't the squeaky clean country rock band anymore. This was darker, more cynical, and more real. By the time Hotel California drops in December 1976, the Eagles are at their creative peak. And Life in the Fast Lane stands out because it rocks harder than almost anything else on the record. It's got teeth. Walsh's guitar work is aggressive, biting, and that talk box style solo, pure attitude. But here's the thing, guys. This track reflects where the band was personally. Fame was taking its toll, tensions were building, the pressure was unreal, and that theme, burning out from excess, that wasn't fiction. That was real life in a lot of ways. The song climbs the charts in 1977, becoming a top 20 hit. But more importantly, it becomes a defining moment in the Eagles' transformation. They weren't just harmonizing hitmakers anymore, they were chronicling the dark side of the American dream. And think about this, guys. In an era of disco balls and glitter, the Eagles dropped a track that basically said, yeah, this lifestyle, it'll chew you up. That's rock and roll honesty. Over time, Life in the Fast Lane has become a staple of classic rock radio. It's in movies, TV shows, sports arenas. That riff still punches, that chorus still hits, and the message still relevant. Because Life in the Fast Lane isn't just about speeding cars and backstage passes. It's about pushing too hard, too fast, too far. It's about the cost of excess. And maybe that's why the song endures. It rocks, but it also warns. So the next time you hear that riff kick in, don't just nod along. Remember the wild ride that inspired it. The speeding car, the reckless lifestyle, the band at the top of the world staring over the edge. That's the story behind Life in the Fast Lane. This is Music History with Joey. Stay sexy, stay rockin', and I'll catch you on the next one.